Hey everyone, my name is Tanya. Welcome to my channel, Deported to Paradise. So I am going to try not to say the word you know, and so I think were the ones I mostly use. So if you see me kind of take a second and look off, it's just because I'm trying to replace that word with something else because I watched some of my old videos and they even annoyed me. So I really want to try and not say those words. So I wanted to make this episode about a question that I get all the time. This is, I think, one of the questions that just about everybody wants to know, and it's what my bills are, what I make, my bills, and I wrote my notes again. I don't want y'all to think that I'm just, you know, see. So yeah, I wrote my notes. I just didn't want y'all to think that I'm just kind of guessing on, what I make. There goes again. Okay, so I make a month. Normally they pay here by the month. I make almost 38,000 pesos. Okay, so 38,000 pesos is about, is it $1,800? 18 or $1,900 roughly. So after taxes and what they take out, I make like 32,000, which is $1,600, which is really good here in Mexico. And that was after my raise. Before that, I made about 20,000, somewhere around there. So, okay, so my rent is roughly about 8,200 if I round up a little bit, and that would be $410, you guys. I mean, this is a two-story, two-bedroom, two-bathroom. I kind of compare it to a townhouse. So it's beautiful, it's brand new. I love it. Love it. I never ever thought that I would be able to buy my own house. So this is just wonderful. The maintenance fee for here, because we do have a pool, we have flowers, and they mow the lawn and stuff. That's 775. So let's just keep it even at 800. That's $40. So that's not much for them to take care of the outside and the pool and stuff. So the internet is 600 pesos, which is $30. And one thing I forgot to tell y'all is my pay at work, they provide 800 pesos for the internet. So that is taken care of through that just because I work from home. And they also give me 1,000 pesos a month on a food card. I think they're called bonos or something like that. And a lot of employers do it here. And you could basically pay for anything except for I think alcohol or something, somewhere around those lines you can't pay for that stuff. So I love that card too because I forget I have it and then all of a sudden I have all this money on it, and yeah, it's awesome. Dog food, I spent about 500 to 800 a month, just depends. And that's about $40. I get a really big bag of dog food and they eat it. When my mom's here, I spend more because she will make them chicken and beef every single day, which I'm fine with. I'm a terrible dog mom, I guess. So, my electricity, I paid 940 pesos this month. Now, just keep in mind that it's the cool weather, it's not hot, and my air conditioners, they weren't broke, but I had a leak, so I wasn't able to turn my air conditioners off any or on anyways until just maybe about a week ago or so, maybe 2 weeks. So that $940 is about 45-ish dollars, 45-ish dollars, and that's for 2 months. Now, once it gets hot, it's gonna go up from there, like really go up. And then when my mom's here, it's gonna really go up because right now when I turn on an air conditioner, it's just me. So if I'm in the living room, I turn it on. If I'm going up to my room, I turn off this one and then I'll turn on the one upstairs. But when my mom comes, we're gonna, she'll be downstairs, I'll be in my office, and so we'll both have it on. So, and it's not that big a deal. I mean, she's here for 3 weeks this time, so I don't mind paying that at all. I'm not complaining. It's just it's gonna be more when she gets here. Groceries, I just started eating more again. I had gone through a really bad depression and I lost a lot of weight because I wouldn't eat. But I have been starting to eat really more fruit. I drink a lot of smoothies and ramen noodles. It just, the prison just, I just love the ramen noodles with mayonnaise. So that's what I got addicted to in prison. But normally I pay or I spend about $4,000 a month. So that's about $200. So $100 every 2 weeks. So I normally do Walmart delivery when I get paid or a little bit after. And it normally can last me. I am a Diet Cokeaholic, so that's really the big thing that I run out of the most is Diet Coke. And then the last thing is my dog trainer, and this just floors me. Like I'm just like, oh, I have a dog trainer, and he takes them out for walks as well, and that comes out to 1,500 pesos a week, which is $75 a week, and it comes to what, $300 a month, which is a little pricey. I mean, I've been paying for it for over a year now, I think. No, almost a year. And I had talked to my mom about maybe stopping, but my dogs really enjoy the trainers coming. They stay at the door waiting for them. When they get here, they're just all excited because they know they're going to go for a walk and they get trained and stuff. So that is one thing I am not going to get rid of. If anything, I will get rid of something for myself because I want them to be happy and that makes them happy. They ask for so little and give so much love, and I wouldn't be able to do this life without them. So I would rather them be happy, and I will just stop eating. No, I'm joking. But I'll just find savings somewhere else. So that comes to a total of $16,509, and that's not buying Amazon, which I'm also kind of addicted to. My tattoos, I'm also addicted to. So I've kind of given myself a budget for that. Well, no, I haven't given myself a budget, but I'm going to because I don't want to overspend on things like that. But honestly, I don't go anywhere. So I kind of take that into consideration. A lot of people go out to eat, they'll go here, they'll go there. I don't do any of that. So a tattoo for me, I kind of put it in the category of my spending money if I were to go out. Okay, so but I haven't calculated that into my budget. But so 16,500. So let's just do 16,600 because those are even numbers. So that's about $1,500. No, 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 sorry. It's about $800, a little over $800. So that's one of my checks. So that still leaves me with 16,000 pesos, $800 for the month. And I've just never been able to save this much money before, and I know I've told y'all before. It just floors me that I can be like, oh, my trainers are coming, and I just sound so. Uh, there's Tupac. I just sound so bougie, I guess. I don't know, but it makes me feel good that I'm able to provide this for my dogs because I don't have kids. So what am I going to spend my money on? If I die tomorrow, I can't take it with me. So I would rather them be really happy and yeah. So I also wanted to kind of talk about what it cost to start over when we first got to Puerto Vallarta, kind of like how much it cost for the deposits, for the apartment, for all furniture, because we didn't have anything. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a job. I didn't have money. I just got out of prison. So I really got a lot of help from my family, and I really appreciate that. So when we found the apartment, we had to pay first month, last month, and that month's rent. And that came out to 12,000 pesos, which is $600. The fridge was about 3,000 pesos, about $150. The couch was about 2,500, which was about $125. The bed was also about $125. The electricity came 2 months later, so we didn't have to pay for it right then and there. I had no savings. My appliances and silverware came out to about 2,000, I think. And food, normally I would have like ketchup and mayonnaise and things like that, but I had to start all over, which was about 4,000 pesos, about $200. And the transportation, I take Uber. I would not take the bus in Puerto Vallarta anymore because I had a really bad experience. So the Uber rides were anywhere between 100 pesos, which is about $5, there and back. But keep in mind, I didn't really go out anywhere. Um, my cable was $600, 600 pesos over there too. The only difference is that over there I got internet, cable, and a landline. Oh, I said my cable. It's actually the internet. So I got all three of those for $30. So it is a huge difference in what I pay now because it's just internet. But honestly, I never use my landline. Cable, I watch Netflix and that kind of thing. So I didn't use that either. So it was just there, So my air conditioners were, or no, I only had one at that time, was 5,000 pesos, which is $250. And I only needed one. And then I used my phone from the US, so I didn't have to pay for a phone. So all of that comes out to 31,700 pesos, which is about 1,500 ish. Let's just say, let's just say about $2,000 because yeah, I'm sure there's some stuff that I'm forgetting. And so that's what it took us to start over here. Like I said, I had a lot of help from my family and friends. So I thank you guys again because I would not have been able to do this without you guys. And my lifestyle has just really changed. I don't worry about money anymore. I am so blessed, and I don't I'm able to, like I've told y'all, I'm able to put in into savings and things like that. Now, over there in the US, the last job I had was when I was on house arrest. So I don't know how the bills were and everything because I was living with my parents, but I would give them about 80% of my check. So, but I really don't think, even if I had my own house or apartment out there, I don't think the rent would only be $400 for a place like this. So it definitely would be a lot harder for a single woman and two dogs to live out there because then we have vet bills too. My mom was telling me about how expensive the vets are out there. They are not even that expensive here. So, and I don't have any financial anxiety anymore. I am good, and I've never in my life had this before where I'm just, buying whatever I want and still have money in the bank. I had a lady come sell donuts. I'll buy whatever they're selling. If they're walking around my neighborhood and I have cash, I will buy whatever it is they're selling because I feel so blessed to be able to do that, So I bought some donuts that were really good, and then I bought some aguacates that another guy was selling. So, and I love doing that. I mean, I feel like they work so hard, and whether I eat it or not, I just want to contribute. So, so yeah, it's really nice to prioritize my dogs and my own, happiness, and I'm able to do that now because I have a good job. I have a good job, and my depression is getting better. This week has been an awesome week. Like, I have not been sad. I think it's because I know my mom is coming, and that is just so good. I just can't wait for her to get here. But um, so that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you know anybody that would like to watch this channel or could maybe benefit from it, please share. All right, we'll see you next week, and I hope you all have a great week.